I am Andrew Brennan, and I am the Senior Director for Energy Environment here at the MBTA. Starting off, we handle all of the environmental review and the environmental permitting of anything in the capital programs. We then work on ensuring that those projects are built in compliance. We also handle the environmental compliance issues that have to do with our 17, 18 different maintenance facilities, and they have issues surrounding how they handle and store hazardous waste and hazardous materials and how their stormwater is handled. So we work on making sure that those facilities are being managed in compliance with all the environmental rules. Then we also have what I would call the environmental sustainability programs. And the biggest one of that is the energy program. We are a very large consumer of energy, so our job is to track it, buy it, maintain it, make sure that it's being used as cleanly and as efficiently as possible. The MBTA we're the largest consumer of electricity in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and we use it mostly to move trains, but it's also to light facilities and maintenance facilities, and our job is to try to bring down both cost and carbon output from those systems. 100% of the MBTA's electricity is coming from certified renewable sources here in New England. We're the largest transit agency in the country to do so. We're actually one of the largest consumers of renewable energy in the country. We're trying as best we can to generate our own power on site where there's space and where it's appropriate. So we've got 2 really great wind turbines that are now generating power for us. We've got solar on a couple of properties. And then the last piece that we have, climate resiliency program, where we start by looking at the organization and the infrastructure to find those things that are most likely to be impacted by the effects of climate change. So we build some resiliency into them, and we're thinking about building a station that's probably going to be here for 50 years. So we want to think about what are the climate conditions going to be like 50 years out and build accordingly. We're also building in things like energy efficiency, making stations more energy efficient, how it handles materials, the materials that it uses to make sure that it captures heat and cools the building appropriately. So all projects we have now are really trying to focus on using sustainable materials, being energy efficient, incorporating renewable energy, and being designed to address climate change. It's not just about giving our passengers sustainable transit options, but it's also focusing on what are we doing and how can we do more. That is such a major part of our decision making, and it's such a priority for the organization to give them confidence that their rider fares are being used responsibly and sustainably to reduce our footprint as much as humanly possible.